So we're going to pick back up here at verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many up to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou," check this out, "but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end." Now listen at this. "Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." You hear what he's telling Daniel? He says, "But Daniel, but you, O Daniel, shut up the book and seal the book." He said, keep this book and seal this book in your heart. Seal it up. First he told Daniel to eat the book. He eat the words, and the words, he said, was like sweet in his mouth and bitter in his belly. So he tells Daniel to seal the book even to the end of time. Now this is Daniel asking this thousands of years ago. Father, what will the end of Israel be? What will happen to my people? So he's telling Daniel. He said, Daniel, seal the book up to the end of the time. He said, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Now they ain't never had internet in that time. So many shall run to and fro, meaning they're going to seek to know this great mystery of the end that Daniel knew. And Daniel wanted to know what, knowledge going to increase. How is this knowledge increasing now? This internet, anything you want to know, isn't it at the click of your fingertips? Just that fast, from all the way from 0 to 1 million, real quick. 0 to 1,000, 100 million, real quick. Any information you want to know. And he says, and knowledge shall increase. Verse 5. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank and of the river, and the other on the other side of the bank of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, and when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto the heavens, and swore by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, who? The son of perdition, all these things shall be finished. Verse 8. Now watch this. And I heard, but I understood not, Daniel says. Then said I, O Elohim, what shall be the end of these things? Daniel wanted to know so bad, what would it be the end of Israel? What's going to happen in the last days concerning the children of Israel? I know they've been rebellious. I know we are stiff-necked people. I know we are undeserving people. But Father, please, what's going to be the end of us? In verse 9, listen what he tells Daniel. And he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. Now watch this. You want to know who the last witness, one of the witnesses are? Here it is right here. Watch what he tell Daniel. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away. Y'all know what that is. They going with the daily sacrifice, they going to get rid of all religious prayer, all praises to the Most High, all Bibles, any type of religious material that's not of that caliphate or not of that new world doctrine. You get caught with a Bible, they're gonna do your head. That's what they going for. This is the daily sacrifice. Our prayers, our praise unto the Most High, our holy Shabbat, our holy feast days. Now listen what he says. And from that time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Now watch this. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,353 days. But listen what he tell Daniel. Verse 13. This, if anybody want to know who the last prophet is, or who was one of the prophets of the book who will prophesy in Jerusalem, here's the verse right here. Listen what he tell Daniel. Verse 13. He says, but go thou thy way till the end be. He said, Daniel, go to the end be. Go away till the end be. He says, for thou shalt rest. So he told Daniel, you're going to rest. You're going to go to sleep to the end days. And he says, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. So he telling Daniel, you're going to go your way, Daniel. Go rest for right now. And in the end of the days, you're going to stand in your lot. And you're going to speak this word. There it is right there. But go thy way till the end be. For thou shalt rest. And shall stand in thy lot at the end of the days. You see that? So Daniel, you're going to stand in your days. You stand in your lot at the end of the days. And you're going to testify this word. Let's go to Revelations 4 and 13. I'm sorry. Hold on, is that right? 14:13. No, I'm sorry. What was the other one? But Zion, it was Daniel. You see what he told Daniel? It's very important. Daniel will prophesy these things again in these last days. Daniel wanted to know so bad. Okay. Daniel wanted to know so bad, when would these things be? Hallelujah. All glory and praise to the Most High for the revelation of his word in spirit and in truth. Hallelujah. And so let's go with me to the book of Revelations, chapter 10. Now we finna show you who the other witnesses are. Two witnesses. We see John and Daniel. So we just covered briefly on John, and we finna break down the Daniel. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, chapter 10, start at verse 7. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yahuwah shall be finished, as he have declared to his servants the prophets. So this secret plan, we're gonna already know about the whole thing. Before the angels sound their trumpet, we're gonna already know what time it is. We're gonna know about the whole world order, how they gonna implement it, what they executing. We already gonna be 10 steps ahead, Zion. So verse number 8, he says, and the voice which I heard from heaven spoke unto me again and said, go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said to him, give me the little book. And he said to me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said to me, listen at this, y'all, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. There it is right there. John. There it is right there. Okay. Let's jump down, go to verse 11. Let's go down to verse 3. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 score days. You hear that number? Now, isn't it the same number that the angel just gave Daniel? Over in in Daniel chapter 8. Didn't we just hear that same 1,203 score days? Didn't the angel just tell Daniel the exact same thing? Let's go back. Let's go back and see that, because I want y'all to catch this. Let's catch it. Verse number 12. Let's start at verse 11. And from that day, the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and abomination that make desolate set up. There shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,355 and 30 days. So we see that estimated approximate date is roughly the same date that the angel just told told John, that he's told Daniel that the time would be, which was 3.5 years. Okay, so let's look at it again.